and welcome back, guys. So today we are going to be taking a look at how to breed the new Professor Dragon, which is now a permanently breedable dragon in-game. But before we do that, I do want to hatch our Icefeather dragon because, you know, he's been waiting and I love hatching new dragons anyway. Plus his egg is kind of cute. So here is the bad boy that we got with 7 minutes left to spare on the event timer. So the agile Icefeather dragon charges over the tundra, horns first, eager for a spar. With its thick feathers ruffled, it cuts an imposing picture. Vikings, bundle up and beware. And apparently he's fallen asleep when I've tapped him. So overall, the Icefeather dragon, he's okay for an epic. He's a wind, void and light dragon. Definitely more of a defensive than an aggressive dragon. But he is mostly a collector's piece and, you know, was mainly used for the Cosmos chain breeding event for, like, the 2 people that managed to get him early. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but, you know, I do really like this dragon. I think he's cool. It's just this sort of, like, more badass-looking dragon style from recently that they've been coming out with. I'm a big fan of it. Like, he doesn't look like some schmuck that's gonna get pushed over. Maybe in his baby form, but his adult form, I've said it before, it does give me Dragon City vibes, but it's giving me Dragon City vibes for more of their, like, limited, scary dragons, rather than their, like, poop dragon and penguin dragon that they have. Like, don't get me wrong, I like penguins, but I don't like the Dragon City version. But Sayol here, he's a cool guy, I like him. Even if we couldn't breed the Cosmos, I'm glad that we got to add this guy to our collection. And if you didn't get him, feels bad, dude. But, you know, best of luck in the future for any further solo events that come out. But, like I said, I wanted to take a look at how to breed that Professor Dragon today. And so, there are different places, like there's been some posts on the forum, on the wiki, some of the breeding calculators and what the combinations are that you should be using. But a good combination that we have to start off with today is the X-ray and the Earth dragons, because you need to have the light, void and earth elements to breed him, because, you know, those are the elements that the dragon has in the shop. I mean, you can go through the shop and see him yourself and confirm that he is available, and when we do this, the only 2 possible outcomes for the Professor Dragon are him or a spiky dragon. So there's literally 2 outcomes. So this is an almost guaranteed breed right here. Although if you somehow don't have the X-ray dragon, then if you have the spiky dragon instead, you can always use him. If it's gonna allow me to search, you can use him and a void dragon instead. Again, you just need the 3 elements that the Professor Dragon has, being the light, earth and void, and then again, if you try and breed these 2 together, there are also only 2 outcomes. So either one of these combinations is pretty damn good. So, you know, pick either one that you want, go ahead and breed it. And that is not the time for the Professor Dragon, because the Professor is around about a day, is how long the breeding time is. So this would be the other outcome, which, you know, 12-hour timer sucks, or just under, but should not take you many attempts to get a hold of him. So, you know, it's one of those things with these permanently breedable dragons that if we keep adding and adding and adding, eventually it's like some dragons are just going to become near impossible to seem to breed. And, you know, there's potential that with Dragons of the Week it might sometimes clash and make them more difficult to breed. But for the most part, rather than just scrapping the Professor Dragon entirely, I would much rather than bring him out as a permanent breedable, so then, you know, everyone that has the void element and the light element has the opportunity to breed him. So, you know, I didn't really mention it in the update video yesterday because we already knew that he was getting released, but if you do want to breed him, why not? Why not now? Why not? I don't know why I'm breeding a second one, maybe just so that we can ascend him. Not that I think we'd get too much of value out of Ascending, because Ascending never gives anything of value anymore. Like, even this duplicate that we have here, it's a rare, but we get nothing. I'm gonna do it anyway. Get out of here, Agnes. Don't need you. You'll be gone in a day's time. See how I care. Yeah, exactly, that's what I thought. And so with this timer skipping stuff, I will say that so far I have had a lot of problems with trying to timer skip on my friends' islands. It's just not working for me. But it seems like a lot of people have been visiting my garden. Like, I've had 99 notifications so far. So I am very grateful to everyone that has gone ahead and helped me with my timer reduction. I am trying to do it for other people, but again, it's just not working. Like, I carry him. Let's visit this person and see if it lets us timer skip any of their stuff. Because, I don't know, is there supposed to be some kind of button to allow us to do it? It just says tap on the time boost icon, so I guess we could do it for their hatchery right there, but it doesn't really seem like this person's very active. I mean, they're not even breeding anything, so... Seems to be the case for a lot of people I visit as well. A lot of them are either inactive or don't seem to have anything in their islands. So I'm just sort of like, well, am I wasting my time doing this? I can't tell who's active and doing stuff. You can also skip the timers on the ruins, which I think is kind of a cool thing. But do be aware that with the timer skip options, most of the time you do only skip time by about a minute to 2 minutes per person. So if you want to get a lot of timer skips going, you need a lot of friends to be coming to your islands and skipping everything for you. Like here, minus 30 seconds, brilliant, but the food was already done anyway. Like, I appreciate the thought regardless. Someone skipped our timer on our volcano ruin. They skipped it by 4 minutes. So, unless you really have tons and tons of people going onto your island and doing it for you, you're probably not going to really feel the changes. Although, maybe it's just because people aren't used to it yet. You never know. Maybe over time, as more people get into the habit of, you know, going to islands and trying it out, maybe you'll start feeling the effects a little bit more. Oh, we got some gems. That's nutty. It's very nice. Let's get back over to 200, shall we? So that then, after 15 days, we can afford more VIP. Sounds like a good idea to me, personally. But I don't know how you've been feeling with the changes yourself. Again, the update didn't really change much. All that it changed was how easily accessible the social stuff was. And, you know, I think this game has needed like short in-game guides and easier accessibility for new players, because players get confused all the time with what's going on. Like, legitimately, I get so many questions from new players like, how do I join a clan? How do I do this? How do I find a good clan? And things like this. And the game never really walks you through it. So I think a lot of it is down to the fact that, you know, it is just a little bit confusing. And without proper guidance in-game, people don't really learn it very well. And so a lot of players just sort of give up because they're like, oh, well, this is crap. And then they just leave it. But, you know, clans aren't a bad thing. I think it's just that clans as a whole aren't meant for everyone. Especially certain clans, because, you know, certain clans, they have requirements, let's say, of players, where if you don't hit a certain milestone of points every clan event, you're probably going to get kicked out, because they're the clans that, like, super try hard it and want to be the best of the best, and they spend, like, thousands and thousands on gems to secure top spots every week. Like, for a lot of people, clans aren't meant for them. Not the try-hard clans, anyway. So people asking for a quotes good clan, I sometimes think that, are you sure you're even ready to put your life on hold to be a part of some of these clans? Because I get the feeling that most people aren't. Like, they think, I want a good clan so that I have all the clan dragons and I get free points. Because I work hard in DML, but they don't realise that hard work to them may not be the same as what the clan deems. The clan, yes, is what the clan deems as hard work. Again, to some clans, you literally cannot hit the point milestones unless you spend real wild money. And those are some of the really outlandish ones that probably aren't run by very good people. But it's the main reason that I've never been bothered to join any of them, because my clan stuff is not serious. The people in the clan, if they expected something serious, I hope that for their sake they would leave and join a more serious clan. But considering that I despise having to do clan events all the time, I don't really blame anyone else for not wanting to do them very much either. Obviously, whenever I do have time and whenever I remember, I do try and do it. But it's really difficult to force yourself to play out the exact same events over and over and over and over again that take like an extra 20 minutes a play session, and you absolutely hate them. So, to the clans out there that somehow find the inner ability to do that, you know, power to you. I guess all that we could say about that is people like different things in life, and I would literally rather do anything else than do most clan events. So, you know, I hope that the rest of our actual clan members understand that, and, you know, if you are looking for a super serious clan, you know, just move on, and I will give you my blessings. But, you know, the clan's always full anyway. I think most people just join it for, like, I'm gonna be on TV, Mom! Even though your name gets shown for, like, literally a quarter of a second and it means nothing. But hey, I guess some people like that feeling regardless. It's like when people ask for shoutouts, it's like, it means literally nothing. But hey, you know, especially kids are like that, so I can't really blame them. You know, it's just what they like. I ain't gonna moan at anyone for that. So, I guess before I leave today, no, I was going to use Kronos, but I put in an hour-long food. So what I'll do is after this food finishes, we'll put in 6-hour food. Then I'll use Kronos, and then we'll get full value out of it. There you go. I just undid my thinking before I made a terrible mistake. So, for now, good luck with any of your breeding that you're going to be doing for the new dragons, like the Harpy, the Professor, whatever the heck you don't have yet. And be on the lookout for more news about that Year of the Pigsy event if we do get it. I am very intrigued to see how the event's going to play out, and it will be coming in just a couple of days' time. So best of luck to all of you. Have a good day, and until next time, I will see you then.